It's station time again. Every day is station time, and you're ready to get your kids to you for small group reading. But how do you use the rotation chart to make that happen seamlessly? Today, you're going to find out how. Are you ready? Let's go. Hi, my name is Angie, and I taught for 25 years, and I love doing stations. We would do stations in the morning. We would do stations in the afternoon. When I was tired, we would do stations. Why? Because after I trained my students how to do stations, it worked like a clock. It was just like clockwork. I didn't have to be telling them what to do. They knew what to do. It was simple for me, effective for me. It gave me extra time with students and sometimes to do teachery things because they were on autopilot. But the real reason that you want to do stations is because you get small group instruction time that is not interrupted.
True.
But how do you get those kids that you need for like a reading group over to you using this chart? Well, let's go ahead and bring the chart over and I will show you. It's super simple. This is like a mini model of a pocket chart that you would have in your classroom. You have rotation 1, 2, and 3. I only did 3 rotations. You can do more if you like. But by the time my students were independent enough, they were doing 15, 20-minute stations. So for me, 45 minutes of stations up to 55 minutes of stations was enough time. It was enough time. But the question is, how do you get the kids to you during station time? Now, right now, I just have like big books, Game One, iPad, and they're up around the room. And really, there are 2 solutions.
Yes!
At the beginning of the year, I would go to them at Big Book. I would sit with them. I would say, you know what, we're going to put away the Big Book for just a second and we're going to work on this. I would go to Game 1. We're going to put away Game 1 for just a second and we're going to work on this. So I would travel to them. That gave me a ton of flexibility because for my higher level skill kids, I could touch base with them for like 5 minutes. All right. And then be off to another set of kids that maybe I only needed to talk to for another 5-10 minutes. I could travel around quickly to make sure that I'm getting to a lot of kids at one time. But then it comes to those intensive kids, and you really need to have some structured one-on-one, or I never went more than 6 kids time with them. You want them at your reading table or at a specific spot where you have materials, you have things ready to go for them. And that's when you simply put in a card that says teacher time. So when they do rotation 2, they come around and they're like, oh, teacher time. I know where that's at. In my classroom, it was always back at the kidney table. They knew that's where I was going to be. Have a seat. Here we go. Okay. So depending on how many kids you want there, if Anton and Fisher were my very, very intensive kids, I would only have 2 of them. Maybe they're kind of a medium kid. So during rotation 2, I would also have maybe Nick and Fred back there with me. All right. I say back there because my reading table was in the back of the room. So just depending on who you want. Maybe the next time I want Missy and Martha on rotation 3 to come back to me. So I put that there. All right. Super simple. Either travel to them or put a card in your rotation chart. All right. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, put them in the comments down below and I will answer them for you. Remember, the creator of the universe loves you, and I think you're pretty amazing too. Thank you for being a teacher. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.